ॐ ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं तत्समस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षीभूतं भावातीतं गगनसदृशं Sadgurum tam namami. By the grace of Master Sachidananda Paramatma, infinite presence in all the galaxies, uniformal and omnipresence, we are taking the 7th verse of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, first chapter. The Duryodhan is telling to the Dronacharya and introducing the description of the enemy armies, and it is the verse. Asmakam tu visishtaye tani bodha dijo tamaha nayaka mama sainyasya sangyartha tan brivimite. Dijottama, my dear, best Brahman, asmakam, in our favor, tu, also, ye, those, visishta, it means the heads, santi is tan, them, nivodha, please understand, te, yours, sangyartham, knowledge, for your knowledge, mam, mine, sainyasya, armies, nayaka, it means the commanders, tan, them, bravimi, I want to tell you. My dear friend, it is the worldly meaning of this stranger, and the Duryodhan is telling to the Dronacharya. I am also telling you about our favorable commanders of army, and for your knowledge it is very essential. My dear friend, the nature of ego, wherever you see, ego always think that he is a special person, special. The speciality of the ego is the real form of the ego. And this speciality of the ego, even the person is meaningless, but meaningless person also think that the special person, he is a special person. I remember an example. In a family, a boy was not working any job, not earning any money. many person tell to the boy, you should earn some money, you should do some work, you should do some job. So the boy's ego was very high. He never tried to understand. The answer of the boy was that everybody is working, everybody doing job, but it is a great thing that a person do not do any work, do not do any job, and he is still remaining pleasant. So, the ego never defeat. Ego always want to win, and in the defeat he also search some shelter of his living. He do not accept the defeat. As I told you in the previous discourse, the swan and the crow's competition, even the crow was defeated, but he never accepted his defeat. My dear friend, even a person have nothing, even a person who is collecting the street plastic bags, but his ego never accept that he is a lower than others. So that it is the biggest foolishness which is living in every person, that is the ego. Ego is the Duryodhana here. And ego always satisfies, even by the false admiration. And ego is so foolish, that he can give up his body only for satisfaction of ego even. The person who is living in ego, he can never understand the love. He only can understand the words. The person who is living in the ego, he can easily make fool by others. So my dear friend, the person who is living ego never accept his real lover and real teacher, because that person is the enemy of himself. That's why the Duryodhana never accept the Krishna's advice. And now Duryodhana is using the same weapon on the Dronacharya. He is satisfying the ego of Dronacharya and telling the best Brahman, Dujottama. And why he telling Dujottama? Because he knows that Dronacharya is not Brahma-Vedta, but Dujottama is only the Brahma-Vedta can be called the Dujottama. The Dronacharya only the knower of the weapons, using of the weapons, mantras of the weapons, starting of the weapons and cutting of the weapons. But Dronacharya has nothing spiritual progress inside. So Dronacharya and Duryodhana both was egoistic person. And Duryodhana Baje next to king, we can say that he was the king. because his father was blind and his father is only rubber stamp. So real king was Duryodhana. So the Duryodhana is admiring the Dronacharya. His king is admiring to the some person. The person definitely satisfy his ego. So Dronacharya ego is satisfied by the Duryodhana. My dear friend, not even the blind king, not even that blind king, the father of Duryodhana was blind, but Duryodhana himself a blind person. The blindness not meaning the blindness of the eyes, but the blindness of the internal eyes also blindness, and big blindness. Because the Duryodhana can see by the eyes, but Dhritarashtra cannot see by the eyes. He was physically blind. But the Duryodhana was physically blind, divine blind and spiritual blind. Three blindness Duryodhana he had. So the person which is living in the ego, the person is a complete blind. He cannot see the truth. He cannot identify the master, and he cannot hear the master's voice. He can only hear his admiration, his administration, and his occupation. His territory is that. So the Arjuna and the Krishna, Duryodhana cannot see that good quality persons at that time. And my dear friend, the ignorant person, the blind person, this type of internal blind person also use the very good words, and he demolish the dignity of the words, and he destroy the credibility of that words. So he is telling the Dvijottama, because he is doing a very, very injustice with that word Dvijottama. Because this Dvijottama only can use for the Atma Jnani Sadgurus. This Dvijottama is the right answer is Buddhatva. The right answer is Supreme Enlightened Person. But he is using this word for a blind person. That is, the name was Dronacharya. My dear friend, not only Duryodhana do like this, but in this world all persons do like this. I see in my life, day to day, behavior, persons use the good words for the bad persons. Some persons say to the political ladies, like, compare with them Durga, compare with them Lakshmi, compare with them other great goddesses. And the foolish persons, they are compared with the Chanakya. Chanakya was not foolish. And many person use the not appropriate word to others. Especially you can see in the political buttering. The buttering person use the best word to the best person. So my dear friend, this is the psychological trick of the worldly persons. As Duryodhan is doing here. Dronacharya do not know about the bodhatva or the enlightenment. He has not introduced with this highest skill of the life and highest goal of the life. Even he do not know his own ego. Even he do not know his own intellect, mind and mood. So, if you give the name dark, if you are giving the name to the dark as a light, what can anyone do? The enlightened person knows, but they cannot do anything, because from ancient time the devils and rascals are governing this earth. Very few times the good person govern this earth. But maximum times the devils and rascals are governing this world. My dear friend, and that's why in the real life of a person, the mind, intellect, these are demons and rascals, they are governing the person's life is esteem. My dear friend, ego and enlightenment have the same difference as the light and the dark has a difference. So here this stranger is telling, everyone should be identify the captains of the ego which is living inside of you. Because sometimes unfortunate conditions comes and you faith on your internal enemy and you kill your internal friend. Because you do not know who is your enemy and who is your friend. My dear friend, the meditation of awareness gives you the seeing inside, then you can identify what is your friend inside and who is your enemy inside. The mama, it means the possessiveness of the ego. And the possessiveness of the ego is very painful thing. Because the ego control anything or catch anything, that is the very rigidness of the ego, and you cannot fight by this possessiveness without the meditation. Only you can fight this possessiveness by the meditation. So, this conjugation with the possessiveness and ego Your consciousness is conjugated with the possessiveness and the ego. That is the base of your death and birth journey and your base of all the painful incoming adverse conditions. My dear friends, the mama, my and yours, these are Maya. These are all Maya. These are all mesmerism. So, the thinking yourself greater than others, the thinking yourself good than others, the thinking yourself better than others, that is the main cause. You also think yourself that you are better than your master Sadguru. Because you are used to always think that you are better than others, so you use these sentiments in front of master. You think that you are better than master, so you are fall again in the dark. My dear friend, many saints, sadhu and good persons tells they have achieved the jnana, they are enlightened. And more person in the internet, I hear they tell they are enlightened. Because the definition of enlightenment is different in different countries. Most of persons think that worldly knowledge perfection is enlightenment. Most of persons think that bookish knowledge perfection is enlightenment. Some person think if they do some yoga and they have some experience in the meditation, they have seen the snake, they have seen the Lord Shankar, anything, they think they are enlightened. And there was a Tantra Guru in Ujjain, I know, when I was reading in the 10th class. He think by an illusion of his own mind, he think that he is enlightened. And he start the business in the name of the Tantra in Ujjain. But he is not still enlightened, he is become the biggest fool by his own mind illusion. So my dear friend, in the various pattern of the holy persons, they have some illusion of the mind, yet they think they are enlightened, but they are not enlightened. They are only the periphery of the mind and intellect, ego. So it is not easy to real enlightenment. The real enlightenment only easy by the Sakshi meditation of awareness. So when an enlightened master comes and tell them that you are not enlightened, they become the great enemy of enlightened master, and they do the common effort to kill the enlightened master. That is the tradition is going on from many thousands of years. My dear friend, the person is smoking the ganja, they are smoking the chilam, they are smoking by the cigarettes, they are drinking the beers in the name of the Bheru, they are eating the non-vegetarian food in the name of the Veru, they are fighting in the Singastha for the artificial pride or importance. They want to decide their goodness by the bullets, and they tell they are enlightened. So they are also using the good word in the bad sense. So the ego is not only in the general persons, ego is not only in the fighters and warriors, but ego is also in the divine field, in the religious field, in the field of the fake spirituality. My dear friends, I want to teach you the real spiritual science. I want to really awaken you by the unconsciousness of the Maya. I want to educate you by all the symptoms and characters of the Jiva stage. I want to tell you these are all symptoms which is you are seeing in the fake divine persons. They are renowned in this world. They are all the characters of the Jivas. They are not character of enlightened persons. So Duryodhana is admiring his own army in front of the Dronacharya. This repetition everyone doing in this world. My dear friend, the great masters always you find alone. There is no crowd around of them. Because the great master's vision, it is very hard to understand. And there is no such type of attractions. I am living in this ashram from 10 years in Indore. My surroundings, you can hear the noise of the evening prayer in the temple behind my ashram. My surroundings, they are too much blind. They do not understand that what precious teaching I am giving to the world. We cannot do anything about it because you cannot aware a person who is fully unconsciousness of the karma. You can aware only that person, he is not in karma. So my dear friend, I am searching some good person in this world. They can understand this highest spiritual divine technique, which is beyond all the religion, which is beyond all the prejudiceness, which is beyond all the differentiation. It is same for all the citizens of the world. My dear friend, I know very well that everybody will not enlighten, everybody will not get Atma Jnana, but I know if a person do this meditation only 4 or 5 months, honestly, in my guidance or my instructions, that person will free from all the tensions and the illusionary mind effects. And when a person will free from the illusionary mind effect and all the tensions, that person naturally get the peace internally, and he can test the tensionless stage of life. When a person will stand in the tensionless stage of the life, I want to tell surely he will be safe and he will be free from tension created diseases. No tension created diseases will come in his life. All of you knows the tension created diseases. Doctors advise you, please do not do the tension, otherwise you die. The tension created diseases is the diabetes, angina, heart attack, blood pressure, failure of organs, failures of brain capacity, feeling unnecessary headache, feeling unnecessary warmness of the emotions, and the anger and other. When you will do this meditation, you will feel that you are vaccinated against the tension created diseases. My dear friend, when you do this meditation carefully, then inside of you the keen observatory power will be developed. And when the keen observation will be developed, you can see inside of your mind. When the phobia will come, you can see the phobia. When the mania will come, you can see the mania. When the schizophrenia will come, you can see the schizophrenia. And that diseases, the mental diseases, will not come in your life. As well as physical diseases, as well as mental diseases, they both cannot come in your life, and you will never go in the mental hospital. You will never be depressed, and you will never attempt to the suicide. My dear friend, it is a big benefit of this meditation. If you do not want to enlightenment, Atma Jnana, don't worry. But I know you want very good physical health and very good mental health. I know. My dear friend, the third benefit of this meditation. Nowadays, without meaningless cause, not without meaningless cause. You read in the newspapers, the person killed to another person. In the stream of the anger, in the flow of the anger. When you will do this meditation, then you see inside the anger is coming and you will not touch with anger. The anger comes and goes and you will be safe. Like a bull is coming to kill you and you climb and stand in a high place in a building, the bull cannot come there. So anger is like a bull. My dear friend, when you can see and save yourself from anger, then you will not caught in the criminal treatments and the criminal trials in the courts, police stations and the jails. That is a big advantage of this meditation. Second thing is that when you do this meditation, your consciousness becomes very keen. So you can see the lust is coming and you can do not attach with the lust. You will be not participate in the sexual abuse with the women or the torture activities of the women and the any case of women's cruelty or violence act. So, by the meditation, you will get a very big achievement that you will never involve in any crime against a woman. And as well as you can see the greed also. And you will not attach with any crime of economic field. As you can see, the many scandals is coming in this world, in India also. If they are my meditator, they never take any money, unnecessary and unhappy money or illegal money. So this meditation makes a person internally moral. Externally morality is imposed morality that is not in use because we are failed. The teaching morality in schools and institutions, and person is not moral. He is doing wrong work. Even the highly qualified persons and enjoying the highly post persons, they are most corrupt. And you can see in this world that engineers and doctors, they are going for the terrorist activities. You can see. So my dear friend, this meditation can completely transform a man into the real man quality. Physically strong, mentally healthy, emotionally very balanced, morally great, and what you want now. This type of person, it will increase in the family will become very good, the society become very good, the nations become very good with the brotherhood, with the mutual understanding, with the love each other. So the nation can solve their disputes on the negotiation table. There is no need of the bar. When there is no need of the bar, the mutual understanding is very good between two nations and other nations. So that time the United Nations organization will be effective, otherwise not effective. Otherwise the United Nations put the sanctions and after some time he pull out the sanctions. And very easily the nations doing their own bills. Very easily the nations occupy the other nations' land and make it disputed. So these are problems will be solved without any fighting, without any war, if this meditation will spread all over the world. The spreading of this meditation as this world will become good, better and best. Then the huge army expenditure and huge army establishment, there is no need. There is need only one army, the World Peace Army. The World Peace making army, and that is very essential for the demons and devils and rascals. My dear friend, I am giving a very precious meditation to this world. So I put a name of this meditation, the meditation of awareness. And my mission is World Peace by Meditation. Please join my mission. Please learn this meditation. Please arrange the workshops and the meditation camps all over the world. Because this meditation is non-religious meditation. This meditation is a non-prejudice meditation. This meditation is no difference of any caste, creed, nationality, religion even. Every religious person, you are following any religion, you can do this meditation. I am not changing your religion. I am not changing your faith. I am only giving you a very nice invention of the spiritual science as you adopt the mobile phones, calculators, fountain pens and many invention of the science. You also accept this invention of the spirituality. Spirituality is not religion. Spirituality is the base of all religions. So I am giving a miraculous method of meditation that can be transformed yourself. Otherwise you are not transformed, because my dear friends, your all religions is failed to change you. Please join this meditation, learn this meditation, be this meditation master and be the master Sadguru. My dear friend, if you are agree with me, please subscribe my channel on YouTube. My name of channel is Swami Satchidananda. We are one love, we are one light, we are one life, we are one soul, because the Almighty, omnipresence, omnipotent existence is spreading all over the world. That is only one, and we are the floating, we are living in the existence. So our existence, my existence and your existence is the same and undividable. Love you very much. Thank you very much.